Today I'm going to show you how to get the Stalwart Sea Dog Bucket and Concertina, the Stormy Sea Dog Shovel and Spyglass, the Obsidian Captain's Table, the Season 13 Community Weekend Flag, the Shimmy Dance Emote, and a potential ton of gold reputation, Voyages, and Renown. As of right now, 11 AM UTC time on September 21st, Sea of Thieves has launched the Season 13 Community Weekend. This event will last for 48 hours or until 11 AM UTC time on September 23rd. But before we get to that, let's talk about the central feature of Community Weekends. That being the Community Emissary Grade. If you don't know, the Community Emissary Grade is essentially a community-wide emissary flag. We increase its grade by doing certain things, and with every increase in grade, we will get an increased multiplier to gold, reputation, allegiance, and renown. Once we reach grade 5, the max grade, we will get a 2.5 times multiplier to all gold, renown, allegiance, and reputation. And that does include reputation for your guilds. Although, quick note with this, the Community Emissary Flag is, one, not an actual emissary flag, so you won't see it in-game and you can equip another emissary flag. And two, it is only active on high seas, so if you're playing on safer seas, you will not see any of these bonuses. Now, just like the last few community weekends, we increase our emissary grade by watching people play Sea of Thieves on Twitch. So all you have to do to increase the grade is go to Twitch and watch anyone play Sea of Thieves. They don't have to be a partner, they just have to have Sea of Thieves set as the game that they're streaming. Now, if you're curious what the current grade of our Community Weekend Emissary modifier is, if you go into your menu, Pirate Log, Events, Special Events, and then Season 13 Community Weekend should be here, and it should tell you what the current stage is and the percentage to the next one. Next, let's talk about Up Plunder. Now, Up Plunder is something they've run for the last few community weekends, and this time it'll run pretty much exactly the same as the last time. Now, basically, how this is going to work is Sea of Thieves will post on their social media channels some sort of riddle periodically throughout the weekend. Once that riddle goes up, it will lead us to an X on some island. That X will then be available on every single server for 1 hour. Now, once the Up Plunder is dug up, that is it for that server. That Up Plunder is now gone. Only one crew can dig it up per server. Now, the Up Plunder itself can be one of a variety of treasure items. Every time they've run this, it's been different, so I have no idea what this is going to be yet. But past seasons, we've gotten Chests of Fortune, Boxes of Wondrous Secrets, Athena Chests, Ashen Athena Chests, Fish Crates, Ashen Tomes, Breath of the Sea, all sorts of things. So it could really be like anything in these. Now, a couple quick more Up Plunder notes. Last community weekend, they were at set intervals, so I think we had, I want to say it was 4 hours between each Up Plunder. So there'd be a Up Plunder 4 hours into the weekend, then another 8 hours, then another 12 hours, and so on. So you could kind of predict when the next Up Plunder would be. Also, Up Plunder is marked on the map, so keep that in mind. You might have other people trying to get it from you. And the marker specifically follows the item you dug up. So if you dig up a collector's chest or a storage crate, it is that collector's chest or storage crate that is marked, not the contents of it. So if you wanted, you could take everything out of the crate or chest and then just chuck it overboard or bury it or something, and then you don't have to deal with the marker. Also, if you want, you can use diving to move to a new server and try and get another Up Plunder. Telltales work really well for this because you always know where you'll end up. And that is it with Up Plunder. Now let's move on to the actual cosmetic rewards. First of all, we have the login rewards, which are the Season 13 Community Weekend Flag and the Shimmy Dance Emote. Both of these items will automatically be added to your inventory upon logging into the game during the Community Weekend. They should appear immediately upon logging in, but if you don't see them right away, don't freak out. Sometimes it can take a little bit for them to show up. Give it 72 hours. If you still don't have it after that, open a support ticket with the link in the description. And by the way, that 72-hour rule applies to pretty much every cosmetic in the entire game, including the Twitch drops, which we're getting to next. Alright, now Twitch drops. First of all, you want to make sure your Sea of Thieves and Twitch accounts are linked. To do that, go to the top link in the description. On this website, scroll down until you find a link accounts button, click it, follow the steps, and then once you see this big banner saying this Sea of Thieves account is linked to this Twitch account, then you're good to go. Now, normally you have to watch Sea of Thieves partnered streamers to get drops, but Community Weekend drops are special. You can watch anyone streaming Sea of Thieves as long as they have drops enabled on the channel. So just go to the Sea of Thieves category on Twitch, and then pick anybody to watch. Now, once you've watched the streamer for an hour, you'll see this notification in the chat pop up saying you scored a drop. You can then hit claim here, or you can click on your icon, click on drops, that'll bring you to your drop inventory, and then you can claim it from there. Once you get a drop, you'll have 24 hours to claim it, so make sure you do that right away. Now, you'll get one new drop every hour. After 1 hour, you'll get the Stalwart Sea Dog Bucket. 2 hours, we'll get you the Stormy Sea Dog Shovel. 3 hours, we'll get you the Stalwart Sea Dog Concertina, and 4 hours, we'll get you the Stormy Sea Dog Spyglass. Now, similar to previous community weekends, there's also a 5th special drop, which for this community weekend is the Obsidian Captain's Table. Now, this drop will just be tacked on as an extra hour, so it'll take you 5 hours in total to get all the drops. But for this drop to show up as a reward, we'll have to complete a community challenge, which is just a big challenge that all of us together have to work towards. Now, for this community weekend, it is clearing world events. Now, unfortunately, as far as I can tell, they haven't officially released the number of world events we have to do, so I have no idea. We'll know once the event goes live, but I don't want to delay this video specifically to check that number. So I'll leave a pinned comment with the amount, mount, or if you want to check yourself, you should be able to find it under the special events category, which is where I brought you to earlier with the community emissary grade tracker. Okay, now that's it for the cosmetic rewards, but there's a couple other things we gotta cover really quick. First of all, due to the server issues that happened the other day, Sea of Thieves has given every single player a gilded gold tortoise voyage. This voyage will be available under special voyages until October 7th. So if you want to do it, this is a good time to do it. As well as that, for the duration of the community weekend, you'll find a special bounty voyage. This voyage will see you hunting down the Obsidian captains on skeleton camps. Now, we really don't know the details of this voyage, but you'll have a limited number of them, so you'll only be able to complete it a certain amount of times. And they seem to give pretty good loot based on this footage that they played while they were talking about it. Yeah, but that's really all we know. All right, now this next thing isn't specifically related to the community weekend, but I wasn't going to make a video for it by itself, so I'm just going to mention it while you're here. Until September 27th, there will be a sale in the Pirate Emporium for Talk Like a Pirate Day, and as a part of that, the Pretty Polly sales are back in the Emporium. These sales will only be available during the sale, and they will leave the Emporium afterwards. They may or may not reappear next year, who knows. And the very last thing I have for you is on every single outpost, there will be this nice picture wall, so if you'd like to take a picture with your crew to remember the day, you can. Anyway, that is pretty much everything. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments. I will transfer them as soon as possible. If you found this video helpful, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, that would be great. I post Sea of Thieves guys like this whenever there's an event, and sometimes more than that. So if that sounds interesting to you, if you would consider subscribing, that'd mean a lot, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.